live. Sorry, we're a little bit late. Had some technology issues.
It happens.
It happens, yeah. I'm excited for you all to be here. And I already saw there's a bunch of happy birthday messages that came in. Thanks, guys. So yeah, today we are celebrating, 1, my birthday, and 2, the 2nd anniversary of the channel. Can you believe we've been doing this for like 2 years? I can't. I really can't. Yeah,
it's really awesome.
Crazy. It's been crazy.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So Annie Bear said, happy birthday with a whole bunch of emoticons, which I absolutely love. Barbara as well. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Moira. Hello again. Feel like I just saw her. Shining Love, Light, and Truth. Hello, 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 everybody. So, I really had no plans for today. I was telling Jen this backstage. I really had no plans. So what I'm going to do is let you guys know kind of what's coming up, because there's a bunch of fun, exciting new stuff that I have planned, which I can't wait for you guys to hear about. And then at that point, we'll either maybe find a topic, maybe do readings. Who knows? It'll be what it'll be.
It works.
We're just friends hanging out, chilling for an hour, you know. Oh, happy channelversary. There you go. I like that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be 38. You were talking about like a life path number. So, like, we can maybe even talk about that. So first, though, I'm going to go over what's coming up. So the next show after today is May 11th. And it's actually going to be our Galactic Roundtable. So Jen will be back for that one, along with Janice and Diane G. So there's going to be the 4 of us talking about galactics. So, like, bring all of your questions. Hey, JJ, hope your trip's good. Safe flight. And then on the 25th of May, I actually have another Jennifer coming on. Jennifer Lawrence. She her business is Grounded Hypnosis. So she does like hypnotherapy. So that'll be really, really interesting to hear about kind of like what she does. I'm also coming up in June, July, and through the summer. So like and subscribe so you don't miss it. But I'm doing, there's going to be a live on tuning fork healing. So it's a new healing modality I have. So I'm going to do one specifically on tuning fork healing. I have a friend coming on as well to talk about spiritual art, which is going to be so much fun. I'm also continuing our Color the Tarot series. So our learning and coloring the tarot, that's going to be continuing through the summer, as well as I'm doing, I've decided to do a meditation night. So I have, because of working on the 2nd level Aqualead and Reiki classes I'm going to be teaching, I've actually been writing a bunch of meditations. And so I thought I would just do it a night of like, you guys can come and like, I'll just read a couple of the different meditations that I've written. And then that way you guys can have the video to come back to and play the different chapters, the different segments for those meditations if you want to re-listen to them. So yeah, like, subscribe so you don't miss it.
So many great things coming up.
Look who's popped on.
Oh, well, hello.
For your ears burning, we were talking about you. Actually, Gerald sent me a lovely voice message this morning, wishing me happy birthday. It was awesome. I felt very spoiled and very loved.
If only you could be so lucky to get a happy birthday message from Gerald.
Right?
I got to hear it, Gerald.
I played it backstage for Tanis and Jen just because I had to. So yeah, you were talking. So if you guys didn't watch it, go and watch it now. But I was on Twillo Talk back on 5 o'clock on Jen's channel, so My Holistic Self, as well as Twillo Lifestyle, so Tanis's channel. Yeah. But you were mentioning me being 38, that it was 11 or something like that, or?
Well, yeah, you add the numbers together and you got yourself an 11 there, right? But we look at it, there's so many different ways that you can look at birthdays and the numbers, right? So your 30s years are going to always have a 3. So expression, communication, creativity, right? So really coming home to your voice and your message. 8, for this coming cycle around the sun, power, authority, and even material mastery, letting yourself step into leadership. Oh, wait, teaching. Right. And so, together you're expressing your power, you're voicing your authority, you're showing your leadership. But then, of course, when you add the two together, it's an 11. It's a master number, right? So heightened intuition, sensitivities maybe amplified, right? And then bridging the practical and the spiritual, which, for all of you out there, I'm sure you've heard, but if you haven't, there's some creativity courses coming up that are going to be doing exactly that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I could probably speak on that a little bit since we went on the topic. And yes, Gerald, we were talking about you.
Nice. I'm so glad you're popping up the chat because it's not showing up for me. Normally, I get to see the chat too, but I can't see it. So I'm glad you're
I have the free version. No, I can't. Darn it.
That's okay. As long as you pop them up, we're good to go.
I will try my best to do that. I was actually going to see if I still had the little like infographic thing. Oh, I do. Look at that. All right. Look at me doing all these high-techy things. All right. Can I just do it this way? I think I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Haha. Look at that. So,
that's so nice.
Jen was hinting at the fact that I have been teaching. I've been doing Aqualead and Reiki and stuff like that, but I've actually, as of, I guess, 2 weeks ago, actually onboarded as a teacher with Twillo Lifestyle Academy. So this coming Wednesday, here in Ottawa. So you would need to be, at least for this time around, need to be in person in Ottawa for these 3 Sacred Art and Craft series courses. So these courses were created basically from the ground up, from scratch. And so they kind of build on each other, which I loved when I came up with this idea. So actually, I still have the little like notebook little note of like all the different ideas that came up, and I just kept writing them down as they came up. And then I picked 3. So these are the 3. So the first one I called The Hidden Self. So we're talking about masks and what, masks we wear to kind of go along with our daily lives. So talking about pressures that, community puts on us and our family and friends and even ourselves. And we're just going to talk about, authenticity, what it means to be authentic to ourselves, what it means to be our true selves. I know if you're kind of in the spiritual community, you'll hear people refer to like your true self. So we're going to work through a couple activities, paint ourselves a mask. So kind of identifying those key themes maybe that are affecting us. And then at the end of the evening, we're going to have a bit of a ceremony and allowing everyone to remove those masks and have that energy basically transmuted. We were gonna burn them, but I think we're gonna end up actually using water, which I think is almost even better, and just allow those masks to disintegrate into the water and kind of return to the earth that way.
Well, water is so healing.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see how it goes. And then the next one I called the etheric palette. This is me I'm on what's a synonym for? So the etheric palette. So we're actually using watercolor and salt. And I wrote a meditation little journey for the higher self. So we're gonna basically, the way it is I have a worksheet I made that has the main Roy G. Biv colors. And I'm going to basically have the person write the first word or couple words that come to mind when they see that color. So for example, if we're talking about red, sometimes for some people it could be anger, but some people it could be passion. For some people it could be, I don't know, something else. And so I'm going to have them do that for each of the colors, kind of fold that paper up, put it away, kind of forget what they've put down, and then go on this journey and ask their higher self what colors they should use in doing their painting, they're going to do the painting and then come back to that sheet at the end of the night and kind of see what messages maybe there are for themselves in that painting. And then the last one is all about empowerment. So we're actually going to basically make like crystal artwork, crystal grid artwork that you'll be able to take home and hang on your wall or put in on your altar or wherever your space is, to support yourself.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And I think the hope is eventually that we may actually be able to offer some of those online. We'll just have to, figure out material lists and stuff like that and all of that. But this is the first go around. This is the first try. Actually, backstory. So this was back, I think before Christmas, maybe. But it was after a session with Tana. It's like a one-on-one session. And she's like, I've had this idea. Like, what do you think of this? And she told me about like these creativity courses. And so of course, like it's at the end of like a couple hour session kind of thing. So like I'm only like half brain at that point. And so I went home that night and I woke up the next morning and I messaged her and I was like, so were you just wanting my opinion or were you actually wanting me to like do this with you? Because like sometimes my social cues are like not, the best. And so she's like, no, I want you to do it with me. I'm like, oh, okay, yes, then yes. But it was just so funny. I'm like, were you just wanting me, like, what my thoughts, or were you actually wanting me to like help you or like do this with you? And so yeah, so that's how they came about, and I have to laugh about it, honestly.
Very cool.
Yeah,
there are those moments where it's like, am I getting the message clear? Is there something I'm missing? What's happening here?
Yeah. Well, but perfect example of being a projector and being invited.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And those invitations, when they're not clear, sometimes we do have to check in and go, what exactly was I being invited to? And what exactly goes along with that?
Yeah. Well, and I know you and I have talked about it, but like, I'm not used to being invited. Like, I just like go and do because I'm like, my excuse is like, if I didn't do it, I wouldn't go out and do anything. But so yeah, it was an interesting just seeing that energy or that feeling difference of like being invited versus like just having to like go and do.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, I mean, as projectors, it doesn't mean that we're like, just waiting for an invitation to happen. Like, no, like, we are still going and doing things that we love that light us up. But like when it comes to using that energy and guiding energy with others, we have to be invited for that.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's but I've always loved the piece with projector to projector. Yeah. It's like we can invite each other anytime, all we want. Like there's no.
And that's been just so interesting. I think we at least had one show where it was the three of us, but like getting you Gerald and I together because we're all projectors, but we're all like different.
Yeah, I think at one point we had talked about doing like a show series together, the three of us, like a little series on, I don't know, guidance from the projectors or something like that, because projectors are here to guide. I still think that would be a really fun thing. I don't know, we kind of just didn't do it.
Life happens.
Life happens. But but we are so different, right? I'm splenic, so very much in the moment, I'm like, I know if it's a no or a whatever.
Right.
Right. But both you and Gerald with those out, like the authorities where you have to actually like talk about things and see how you feel with it. So it's a neat kind of thing when we look at the different authorities and the dynamics there and all of that. But doing things like card readings and stuff are so cool because I have that splenic hit, but then as you guys are talking, it's all coming, right? And so there is this really interesting kind of way to process information as it comes in. So cool.
Barbara was saying here, I've learned not to make assumptions. If I'm not clear, I ask questions. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yep. Open and curious. Say it all the time. Open and curious. The more open and curious we can be, the more life just unfolds before us. It's quite wonderful.
My whole thing is I have a little Tanis and a little Jen on my shoulders. I have Tanis doing the 5 whys and Jen being like, open and curious.
I love it. I love it.
You both have the angel wings though. Like there's no like horns versus angel wings. You both have angel wings.
Oh, okay. So. Okay. I think every once in a while we might turn around and then the shadow self is there, but that's still not.
Yeah, you know.
It's more like are you sure? Are you sure you want to? Too funny.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, if people wanted to put like, I guess I don't have the randomizer selector thing like Gerald does, but if you guys are interested in getting a reading tonight, we'll do some maybe a little bit later. If you want to put me in the chat, I'll star you and then we'll get to that at some point. Maybe towards the end, we'll see. But one of the things, actually, I was talking to Vanessa yesterday that came up. So we were talking about like how, so I'm a life path 3, I guess, which is where like the creativity piece comes in, right? Mm-hmm. And I was talking to her about just like, even though, as you say, like projectors, for example, we kind of don't have a battery, so to speak, and we need to rest, but I always just feel this like drive. And I feel like it's maybe that life path 3 of like just not constantly needing to create, that I have this like just constant nag of like having to have like 5 things on the go.
Yeah. Well, and I think there's a lot of other things too in the chart. Like we can't just go by the projector piece. True. Because again, like same projector, and I'm always writing something or creating something or, you know, and it's, I think part of it is as projector energy, like we're meant to just do the things that light us up in the in-between while we're waiting for those invitations. Right. But the idea of the battery piece, like everybody's meant to do the things that light them up. Like I'm not just projectors here,
no.
But we don't have the consistent energy, which just means that like we do it in bursts. Right. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do anything for a little while. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do anything for a little while.
And that's just frustrating for me. But yeah.
But the more that you embrace it, the more, right, those creative bursts can have a lot of power.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I think that, you know, 3 energy that is just there, it's going to make you want to, you know, continue to be creative and explore and, you know. Yeah, but there's also like communication, right? So storyteller, teacher, all that kind of stuff is a part of it too.
And I've always found that interesting. So you guys, if you guys have followed the channel for a while, you know, like I've had issues with my throat chakra. And it's so funny because like now that I've kind of stepped into this teacher role, it was like, and I can't remember where the connection finally like reconnected and where the disconnect even started, but I get the same like joy and like excitement out of like doing the spiritual work as I do teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like one of those things that lights me up, and it was like, so why am I not? It was kind of like why am I not doing this?
Yeah, but the challenge for the 3, right, is the self-doubt and holding back your voice. Like here you are going, can I do this? Should I do this? Will I be accepted if I do this? I don't know, right? And like you said, those throat issues, that's a part of that, because it's those things that we have to come through in order to be able to share and be okay with sharing, right? That being okay with being seen and being heard.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the biggest piece to that, and I mean, you've been a key player in it, and so has so many others in our group, like in our community, and that have been so supportive. But I think the people in chat too, like the community, especially online here, is so amazing. But you can be that true self, like just being seen without having to have that mask on.
Yeah.
And just because like that mask, or like talking about, you know, masking in this first class on Wednesday, it can be exhausting.
Oh, yeah. And we don't even always realize the masks that we wear.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? We talk about conditioning and all of that. Like sometimes, I do. So sometimes with clients, I'll do values worksheets. And what we'll do is we'll go through the values. And I have them do it multiple times for a reason. So the first time you go through it, it's like, just put a plus or minus or leave it neutral, right? How does it feel? If it excites you, if it makes you happy, if it lights you up, put a little plus sign next to it. If there's something that activates inside of you and you're like, oh, I don't know if I like this word very much, put a minus sign next to it, right? And then everything else leave neutral. And we do that just to get our initial kind of gut reaction to those values. Then we go through it again and it's like, okay, I'm going to highlight or circle all the things that are important to me. But ignore the pluses or minuses and the neutrals, like just what's important. Then we go back again. And it's like, okay, how many of those things that you highlighted are things that you think should be important to you, but actually aren't? Oh, I'm going to cross that one off. I'm going to cross that one off and cross that one off, right? And it's like, okay, of all the ones you didn't highlight, how many of those are important to you, but you didn't think they should be? So you didn't highlight.
You've been told that they aren't or whatever. Yeah.
Right? And it's a beautiful way for us to go like, holy moly, look at all of the things that I've been conditioned to that aren't me at all.
Right. I'm like, where's that worksheet? I'm going to have to go and do that later.
I will send that to you. Actually, anybody can do this. I use Brene Brown's Dare.
Okay.
Dare to, I don't know. Anyway, on her website, she's got a list of values. I was like, why recreate the wheel? I use hers. So you can go to Brene Brown's website and it's in her list of resources.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, I always give her the credit for the worksheet because it's just a list of words, right?
What I'll try and remember to do is after the live's over, I'll go and find it and I'll put it in the description so that anybody rewatching it can just go and find it.
Yeah, it's a really, it can, I'm going to just caveat this, it can be a triggering exercise in the sense that if we start to go through and there are words that come up and we're like, oh, it really is off-putting, or if we're going through and, you know, we're recognizing that we have these values, but we're already feeling a little bit of the dissonance, right? Just notice that. Give yourself grace, give yourself compassion. It's okay, right? We all are going to have those moments where we go, oh, what am I'm making these things important that really, they're not important to me.
What crosses my mind with that, actually, you saying that is, so I'm going to be starting my sound healing training actually on Sunday. But we talk about like in sound healing and stuff like that, that sometimes there'll be certain sounds that we're like, ooh, I don't know if I like that. But sometimes it's because that's something we need to work with or work on. So especially if you have certain instruments that are tuned to certain chakras, sometimes it's like, ooh, you know, that heart chakra one, I don't know if I like the sound of that. Okay, maybe that's where we need to focus. Or, you know, ooh, I don't like the sound of that root. Ooh, maybe we need to start work on some grounding, you know. So it's interesting that it's all vibrations, right? We talk about that, like it's just all energy, it's all vibration.
It is. And it's really fascinating because again, like I don't think that, you know, any one is right or wrong, good or bad, better or worse, any of that kind of stuff. But it is really neat because the moment that we feel that dissonance within us, it's an opportunity to go, ooh, what's happening here? Why doesn't this feel aligned? And it doesn't feel aligned because, you know, like you said, maybe I have something that's like, maybe I put up a few walls in that heart chakra and I'm feeling like I'm not letting anything in, or maybe I don't want to ground or put down roots, right? So we do notice that there is that piece, but also sometimes it's off-putting because, you know, we're really focused in on one area and it's pulling us from that.
Okay.
Right? And so it's like, oh, well, you know, and again, if everything is experience, not good, bad, right, or wrong, it's like, okay, do I want to stay focused where I am, or do I want to shift gears and look at that and open to that as well? And again, it's all about the experience we choose. So
So Barbara was just mentioning here that they also like I think she corrected
Byron Katie.
Byron Katie for questions.
Yeah, Byron Katie's got a ton of stuff on her site. So if you're not familiar with her her work, it's definitely worth checking out. Yeah, I've got a bunch of her books and stuff too. And you know, the Byron Katie. Oh, sorry, we're talking about Byron Katie. Byron Katie's 4 questions and the turnaround. That's what she's talking about.
Okay.
Sorry, I was Brene Browning and then Byron Katie.
Yeah.
People. But yes, Byron Katie's work is amazing. I love the 4 questions and the turnaround. So question number 1, is it true? Like, is this thought is it even true? And let's be honest, there are times where there's a part of us that goes, well, sure as well feels true.
Right.
Right? Which is where question 2 comes in. Is it absolute truth? Well, I don't know that. Like, no.
I have a perfect. I'll let you go through the other ones, but I have a perfect example of that happened with you and I.
Yeah, go for it.
So I don't know if you'll remember this or not, but it was something about like I was hesitating to speak something because I'm like, if I say it, then it makes it true.
Yeah.
And then I think you said something about like turtles flying or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just broke me out of the thought because I'm just like, wait, what? You're just like so like matter of fact. You're like, yeah, and turtles fly. I'm like,
I remember that. If I say it, it'll be true. So turtles fly, and you're like,
yeah, what?
Yep. Yeah, and that's it.
Perfect
right?
example there.
The mind can make everything seem or feel so true, and it's like, I don't think that's necessarily true. But yeah, Byron Katie's website has a ton of really great resources on it too, and in like a gazillion languages. I don't even know how many languages are on there.
Well, that's awesome.
Can get all of her work in like basically any language you want. But yeah, so you go through it, and like again, like maybe the thought is Kaylee doesn't like me. Right? So I'm like, okay, is that true? Well, I don't know, but I really kind of feel like it's true. And it's like, okay, is it absolute truth? Well, no, I don't know that it's true. It's not like she said she didn't like me. I don't know.
I tell you, no. I'm a Taurus. You will know.
So question number 3 is, who am I when I have this belief, right? How do I feel? What emotions are coming up? What shows up in my body? What are the other thoughts that come along with that? And what are the behaviors? What are the things that I do when I believe this to be true? Right? So I ignore her, I shut down, I try to people please, maybe whatever it is, right? Like all the things that are showing up there. So we get to kind of see like, what's the pattern? What is happening when I have this belief? And then question number 4, who would I be if I didn't have this belief? Right? What emotions would show up? How would I feel in my body? How would I be thinking about the situation? What would I be doing if I didn't have it? Well, I'd reach out and I'd say, hey, and I'd be friendly and I'd be confident and I wouldn't worry, like all the, it's like, so like like all of these things that I'm doing and everything else has to do with the belief that I'm holding.
Right.
Okay. And then the turnaround, which can be so many different ways, right? Maybe it's, I don't like Kaylee. Maybe it's Kaylee does like me. Maybe it's, I don't like me. Maybe it's, right? Like there's a gazillion different ways you can turn it around. And again, that's like that cognitive diffusion, because it allows you to go, oh, well, any of these things could be true.
Yeah.
Look at all your happy birthdays.
Yeah. Hershey, happy birthday. Hey, Hershey. Also just said hello, everyone, and sending blessings and positive vibes. Thank you. I will take those positive vibes.
Yeah.
I was like, I had a thought there for a moment, and now it's just gone. So hopefully they bring it back.
Yeah, it's meant to be. It'll be. Yeah, they're all great tools.
Yeah. And I'm loving this talk too, because like, this is the stuff we talked a little bit backstage, but like this is the stuff that's been coming up lately. And especially like the last week. So those of you, I don't know, like I don't even fully understand astrology, but like I just on the 25th, because I'm a Taurus, Uranus just finished a 7-year cycle. And I was actually talking to Tanis about this when I saw her this week. But so for me, 7 years ago, let's say, was 2018-ish, right? I believe if I'm doing the math correctly. So what this kind of is like the domino effect, if you want to say, like, at least for me, like the astrology in action, so to speak. So I lost a really, really dear friend of mine in December of 2019. And I kind of think of it as a little bit of a catalyst that got the ball rolling for the rest of my journey to be where I am today. So like during those last 7 years, I lost my friend. I then basically got the job I'm in now, and I'd struggled up to that point finding work. So like having a consistent job, I kept getting laid off. It wasn't even that I was like not finding work. It was like I would be hired for like 4 months and they'd laid me off. I'd be hired for a year and 3 months and then they laid me off. Like it was just like no matter what I did, it was just like you're talking about the universe like heading you in a specific direction.
Right? Like thank you, but come on.
yeah, exactly. It's like really. And then of course, like having health issues come up. And then those health issues, as we talked to actually on Twillo today, like those health issues then like being like, okay, well, you've exhausted all the medical stuff. Here's the spiritual side.
Yeah.
Because growing up, like I would say like, yes, I was spiritual. Like I grew up Roman Catholic. I grew up in the church, and like going to church, I would feel all that spiritual stuff. I'd be, kneeling there praying and feeling a hand or a thumb feel like it was rubbing in the palm of my hand. I'm much more aware of it now when I go into church, because they'll show up to you and they'll be like, hey, and I'm like, just personal space, please. But it's just really kind of following, like seeing where that started and like where it's developed to now. And it just, it's been a journey.
Yeah. It feels like it's just a continuing, ongoing journey.
But then, it ending on basically on the weekend. And then like, on Wednesday, I'm teaching my first, basically officially teaching my first official, class. And it's just like,
well, yeah. And it's really neat because like, okay, so like Uranus is transition, it's revolution, right? It's all of that kind of stuff, but it's really because it moved, now it's in Gemini. Right. And so that kind of like change just stepped into our mind, our communication, information, and our nervous system. Right. So now all of a sudden there's going to be this kind of like change in how we are actually processing reality and what we're doing. And so, we're going to have more insight, maybe a little bit more overload, but we have to learn to balance out. Right. But there's going to be a lot more opening. And this is, I mean, we've been talking so much about the world needing to kind of like really wake up in the sense of like what is happening and understanding kind of the chaos and the ungroundedness that's there. And so it's like, it's really going to shake those things up. Right. In order for us to go, okay. And, not to say all the stuff that's still going on in Aries right now. Right.
Oh gosh, that was nuts.
Yeah. Well, we still have what? Let me think. We have, we're going to have the new moon in Aries. Yes. Mercury, I think, is still in Aries. Yeah. Mars is still in Aries.
Speaking of technological issues.
Well, yeah. But I mean, like our mind and the things that we obsess with and all of that, along with like our desires, our assertion, and potentially our aggression, all with the emotions of the new moon in Aries. So just,
take it easy on yourselves, guys. Yeah. That grounding you were mentioning. If you feel
like lashing out, just be like, I'm going to zen for a minute.
Yeah.
I might need to save this. I'm going to write it down. I can write down all my fury.
Yeah.
But I'm going to wait a little bit before I do anything with it.
Well, and I don't know about you, like where we are here in Ottawa, like it's only really in the last week gotten like warm to the point where you can like go outside. So like on both Saturday and Sunday, I went to the park next to my house and like literally just like peeled the socks and the shoes off and was like, oh, ground. And then I also went and swung on the swings because in the park there was nobody else there. So I did that. It was just like, okay, yeah, I remember what this feels like being grounded. Because we can't really do that in like, 5 feet of snow. Not without risking hypothermia. Yeah. So if you guys have the opportunity to like get out there and just like, ground in the earth in any way that you can, I think that's what's going to help. And of course, community. It's going to be huge.
Yeah. Community is so important because I got to say, I would not want to go through all this all alone.
No. And I mean, again, in the chats and stuff like that, like it's nice to be able to be like, oh, I'm feeling this. And everybody else is like, oh, me too. Oh my gosh. And then you're like, okay, I'm not in this alone, even though it sucks. Like we're all going through it. Yeah. And I think there is like, not in the misery loves company kind of way, but just in so it's not just me. Like there's nothing like, because I think we can get into that of like, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling this way all the time? Why am I still It's like, oh, it's collective. Cool. I got space for that. I can ride that wave as long as I know it's not like a personal thing. Well, and that I think too helps with like, again, I think we actually even just talked about it earlier, because my brain is not half here apparently right now. But the fact of like feeling the emotion, but not identifying with it and not letting your mind build a story around it. Yeah, our mind is so good at building stories around things. Oh, yes. I remember when I first studied relational frame theory, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because the idea behind that theory is that our brain can literally associate anything. So if you were to take 2 lists of absolutely random stuff, and you were like, dog, Georgia, right? It's like our brain will figure out a way to put those things together. I love how your brain went dog, Georgia, and mine went dog, and then I'm like banana. Again, 2 random things. But we could figure out how to make a story to put them together. Everybody in the chat, put what you got with that. Dog and what other random words you get. I would just be curious to see what like everybody else is like what random word came when I said dog. Again, trying to find a word that didn't associate at all with dog that I could then associate with it. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, is it a dog dressed as a banana? Like it could be. I mean, I think they have those costumes. Yeah, I was honestly picturing like a wiener dog, like a dachshund in a costume. Totally dressed like a banana. Yep. Dog eating a banana, a dog slipping on a banana. I mean, there's plenty of stories we could come up with. Yeah, exactly. And he's probably doing it all in Georgia. Oh, there you go. Hey, you already got a story. Oh, there you go. Dog slipping on a banana peel. There you go. I'm picturing like the like dog or a deer on like ice doing the like. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, we have 3 people that want readings. Are you open to grabbing some cards? Sure. I'm just gonna have to get some cards out. And I'm sure by doing those readings, we'll have some other chit chat come up from those. Yeah, I gotta figure out like which ones are yelling at me today. I know, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Like, I can probably turn my computer and show you. Don't know very well, but literally, I have 2 entire shelves of cards. Yeah, I don't even want to show you what I'm going into right now. Everybody close your eyes. Was it Avert Your Geralds? You're Gerald.
It is its own card cupboard.
Oh, I have a tea cupboard.
All right, let's see.
I have a tea cupboard.
Bring out some ancient stones.
Oh, I'm gonna use this one. I got a couple new decks, guys. I'm gonna use those. Those are fun.
Let's do some celestial realms.
All right. What other one do we want? I always like pulling from this one. This one's my fave.
Okay.
Perfect.
That'll be good for now. Unless I'm told to go grab something else.
And if anybody else came in, if you want to, we can probably fit in like 1 or 2 more people. So if you are interested in a reading, please type me and I will tag you. And I'm going to put this up here too. So the readings are for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based on what we say. I'm going to take Gerald's violet and seek professional assistance. Really. I do not have that on a mug.
I have one of his mugs, but I used it, so it's upstairs to get cleaned.
Yeah. Mine's over in the cupboard.
Otherwise I'd pick it up.
Oh, yeah. I thought hey, it's anniversary, it's my birthday. I like doing readings for you guys. Let's meet. It's kind of like the whole Reiki thing, like giving Reiki, I get Reiki too. So by like doing readings, I'm getting that stuff out of it as well. Yeah, sure, Tom. I got you. So Tom, I actually met when I was in Sedona.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
I have heard all about everybody who is absolutely wonderful from Sedona. He has talked so highly of everybody there. So
that was a blast. I will say, like, if you guys, I had actually did a video on it. But yeah, if you guys didn't, I went on a retreat last summer. Actually was very blessed and got a scholarship to go. And it was lovely. I got to meet a bunch of you that are here on YouTube. And I will be forever grateful for that journey, because some other stuff came out of it too.
Yeah.
And I ended up with 2 children out of it. Anyway, that's another story.
I got to birth one of them, but that's a whole.
Yeah, you did actually. Yes, you did. Everybody's like, what are they talking about?
They're like,
that's a whole other story. That could be a whole other show, honestly.
That would be. Well,
that would be a whole other show. I will Cole's notes it and say energetic birth. Let's just say that much.
There you go. There you go. Right.
So yeah, I got a couple new decks. So this is one of the new ones I got.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is one I actually got from Vanessa. So a friend of mine, she was getting rid of a couple of decks. But it's the universe has your back. So it's like an affirmation deck.
Oh, nice.
I thought it'd be perfect. All right. So Tom says hi.
Hi.
Ooh, dessert. Yeah. I have lots of cake in my fridge. All right. So we're going to do Moira first. And she said me first. So Moira, please let us know you're still here. She is. She says, I have the animal guides. It's cute. Yeah. I like the fact that I can kind of use it as tarot, or I can use it as oracle.
Oh, so, very cool. I didn't realize it was a tarot. Is it tarot based? Or is it?
Yeah. So it actually has like the suits and everything. But then it also has like a little like blurb at the bottom. So you can use it more like an oracle.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I think we'll just do kind of like general, like what do the people need to know? I don't know. Instead of doing specific questions, we'll just kind of do a.
Sure.
What message do people need to know tonight? It's my birthday. I can do whatever.
Do whatever you want, darling.
It's the one day. Actually, I was talking.
No.
It's an entire week.
Yeah, but also like you should be doing what you want. I'll pull a card for you. do your thing. I don't have that card, but I'm going to make it.
No, that was yesterday's card. Be your true self.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true though. Like, it is so important to spend time in your day doing things that you want to do. Not just on your birthday and not just in your birthday week.
Hey guys, like 1 card, not 24 card pickup.
I love when they do that.
Oh. And of course, that means I have to now go after all of them. Come here. There we go. Thank you.
I love when they just fly out of the deck.
Well, this is a thicker deck too, so it's me trying to figure out how the hell to shuffle it. Because it's like, it's thick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's the second one. Thank you. Oh. Ooh, lots of birds. I'm just butterfingers tonight. Interesting.
This is where we just look at the cards and go, okay. We don't actually give you the reading.
We should do that. Can you imagine doing a reading that way? Could you imagine? We should actually just do that someday.
Okay. At least you know at the end you're like, okay, come through it, whatever it is.
Actually, so answering your question, Shining Love, Light, and Truth, I actually had a birthday candle from last year. And so I actually yesterday went and basically burned the candle all the way to the ground and did like a releasing ceremony. And then I have a candle that I got from this year that I'm going to put all of my kind of wishes and everything into and light and let it. Or do you think I should just put all my wishes into it and then burn it at the end of like this time next year?
What feels aligned?
Moira says, we guess at the cards you got.
I like it.
So what came to mind was that I would put my wishes into it and then let it burn all the way. But I would have to do it before I go to bed tonight in my mind, in my frame of mind, because I'd want to do it like on my birthday. I mean, it's a birthday candle, so it doesn't take that long to burn, honestly. Part of me says like but I have to get up early in the morning. I was gonna say like I could do it at like the time that I was born, but then I'd have to be up till like 10:30 tonight. I have to go to.
Well, and you can energetically too, like true. You know how we like put that energy into the fire, and it makes right. If you've done that exercise before, where you're working with the fire, you can make it burn more.
Very true. Yeah, be like, I need to go to bed, please. All right. Did you want to go first, or do you want me to go first with Moira?
Whatever works. Your birthday.
My birthday. All right.
Do what
So it's interesting. I got 2 birds as far as like the cards go. Okay. So the first one I got is 6 of Earth. So in this deck, instead of it being like swords, wands, all that, it's the elements. So it's 6 of Earth, which would be our pentacles. And it's the kiwi, not the fruit, the bird. Actually, he has a coin in his mouth. I just noticed that.
Oh, very nice.
And it says, your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, or receive a grant or scholarship. In return for these blessings, be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time or money to reputable charities, or I'd say people. And then I got King of Water. So this is warm-hearted, devoted, loving, and faithful. So it's the penguin.
Aww. Adult babies.
It says a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. You may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. So like with these two together, I'm kind of getting like you've been planting, it's that whole planting the seeds. You've been planting the seeds. And because you've planted those seeds, that prosperity it's talking about is going to come in, and it may not be financial. It may be more like relationship wise. If you've been working on yourself, that's going to pay off. You're going to have these people that are going to come in and be that support that you've been maybe looking for. Because the next card I got then was flow. So that, you know, we have the moon here, we have water. So again, all of that emotional kind of energy there. And then the card I got, the intention card I got is the universe works fast when I'm having fun.
That it does.
And I love that it's rainbows, because like what happens after rain? Rainbows. So you've been going through it, you've been putting effort in, you've been trucking along. Now it's time to get that, I guess, the gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm gonna go with that because that's what they're telling me. So I hope that helps you, Moira, and that I think it's a lovely message.
Absolutely beautiful. All right. First card I got for you, Moira, is Be the Mountain, Slow and Steady Foundations and Patience. Right? So really standing firm, holding space for what is your truth, right? You can see the face there on the top of the mountain, right? Really being that still mountain. Because I got the Stargate. New opportunity is opening. Walk fearlessly into the future. Right. Awesome. So when I have these two, right, because there's this firm standing energy and also this moving forward energy, right? So I think a big piece of that is the card I got here, healthy choices. Right. So we're going to need to stand firm until you know you've got, okay, that's the choice. And then you're going to be ready to move. And as you do, you're going to move into embodiment. Right. So embodiment, it says, as the grounded mystic, you inhabit your body fully. Your nervous system speaks in sensations, body language. It's in sensations before language. So listen through your feelings. So really allowing yourself to feel into which way feels like the right way. And as long as we are in that still mountain, we're going to be able to really sit and embody what's coming up for us. So that when that opportunity shows up, it's like, all right, I've got that go ahead, and you're able to move forward potentially into all that abundance and abundant energy. So hope that helps.
Trouble's showing up.
Oh, trouble indeed. Good kind of trouble, though.
Good kind of trouble, yeah.
Good kind of trouble.
We were talking about you too tonight. No, we're just all good. It's all good stuff.
It's all good. Yeah.
And Moira says, great reading. Thanks. So next we have Barbara.
All right.
Vanessa just,
I love it.
So Barbara, what's Barbara? Okay, that's a cute card. When you see this card, you're gonna go like, oh, because it's a cute card. Oh my gosh. Okay. Another really cute card. You're just getting all the cute cards, Barbara.
I'm gonna just guess that maybe all the cards in there are pretty cute.
Yes, but these ones are like extra cute. Which one? That one or that one? Both. Okay, fine. You're getting two of those apparently. All right. So the first card I got for you, Barbara, is the Dreamer, or I guess in this card it would be the Fool. In the normal deck, it's the 0 card. But it's a shepherd puppy, and it says, you are starting a new adventure, run free, and take a leap of faith. It is so fluffy.
That is adorable. Look at that with
Right?
the butterflies too for transformation.
Yeah.
That ability to really, yeah. And
And
he's
then
just
there's
leaping.
Angel back there too.
Oh, nice.
Maybe Raphael? Looks like he's wearing green, or they are wearing green. And then the next one I got actually is the Empress, which is the Angora rabbit. So it says, time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. So you have a new adventure starting. And you're also having that creativity and prosperity coming forward. So that action. Both of these are very much action cards, but it's an Angora rabbit. Like, it's the floofy. The floof.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like, these are both these cards. They're just floofy and cute.
I just want to cuddle them both.
Barbara, maybe you need a cuddle. Maybe you just need a. And then the 2 cards that I got for the affirmations was, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. And there's that dandelion. So like making that wish. So because I was reading this and I'm like, what are they trying to say with this? But I think it's more of a kind of just, we talked about like, like releasing control of things. And I think that's kind of what it's speaking to. Not necessarily that you have to like completely give over all of your free will and all of that, but it's just trusting more, I think, is what I'm getting from that. And then the next card I got, it says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love.
Aww.
So again, I think these play off each other really, really well. But again, kind of where we started, where we have the success and prosperity and new starts coming in. The last card I got is success.
Oh, nice.
So I think whatever, this kind of seems almost like this is what has been happening. This is what's been in the past. You're now free to be fluffy and follow your dreams. Because you're free to be fluffy. That's your takeaway tonight, guys. You're free to be floofy.
I love it. Just be cute, cuddly, and floofy, and you will be good to go. And I will tell you, cute, cuddly,
I need that on a t-shirt now. Free to be floofy.
I love that.
Yeah, another layer of letting go. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's it. The moment that we think, okay, I've surrendered, and then all of a sudden we get that, oh, that's where I'm still holding on. Okay, I see. Right. And it's interesting that you were saying that, Kaylee, because I got 2 cards on perspective. I got thoughts, right? So cultivate your ideas. And I got the Wisdom Keeper, which is new perspective, study, and learning. So both of these cards have to do with really like, where is the mind? What is it doing? Where am I putting my focus? Because I also, 2 cards came out of this deck as well. I got the Celestial Crown and the Stellar Alignment cards.
Love that.
Right? Yeah, super powerful here. So the Celestial Crown says, claim your divine power. You are royalty in the realm of manifestation. And Stellar Alignment
card, right?
Yeah. As I'm saying is they're very aligned. And the stars are aligning for you. Trust the timing of your manifestation. Right? So it's like, you've got this. And trust the timing, but be mindful of what your thoughts are, right? Because you're creating what your thoughts are. And if you're, kind of like, okay, well, what, am I doing? Look for that new perspective, because it's going to help you to kind of cultivate those thoughts. And then the final card I got for you is a values card. It's service. And it says, as the inner compass, you offer your energy where it matters without self-erasure. So you can give without giving away yourself, right? Service is contribution balanced with sustainability. So really taking that time to make sure that you're not giving from an empty cup. This seems to be a bit of a, pattern tonight.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about that even in Twillo, right? Like, we don't want to give from an empty cup. And that's very much the energy that we have been in with the transits, making sure that we're not doing that. So if that is the case and you've been giving away a little bit too much of that energy, take that step back and go, really, what do I need? What new perspective do I need to bring? What kind of things do I want to bring into my life? Because the power is definitely there for you to do that.
Hope that helped you, Barbara, and thank you for being here, hanging out with us tonight. So we have Shining Love, Light, and Truth next, and then we just have one more after them, who's Tom. So we'll do Shining Love, Light, and Truth first. See what we get. Thank you for hanging out with us, guys.
It's like
Appreciate it.
Let's see.
Okay, there's one.
I love it when it tries to give me like a ton of cards. I'm like,
52 card pickup. Woo! I like the ones that, like, as you said, you're shuffling, you get jumpers like whacks you in the forehead.
Yeah.
That one. Thank you.
Yep, that one.
Who else talks to their cards? Ooh, interesting.
I really do think we need to do a reading like that.
We honestly should.
It should be like, maybe we'll have to just use the tarot decks and we could like act out the like.
Ooh, tarot charades.
Tarot charades.
We should do that. Dude, that's a show. We need to do that. We'll talk after. We'll figure this out.
Okay.
I feel like Gerald needs to be. I don't know if Gerald's still here, but Gerald needs to be in on that show, I think.
Gerald definitely has to be in on that one.
All right. So, Shining Love, Light, and Truth. So the first card I got for you is, so I'm not sure, I'm still learning the tarot, so I'm not sure which card this represents, but it's 16. So in this card deck, it's life experience.
Is that the wheel?
Oh, maybe, yeah. And it's the cuckoo, so the cuckoo bird.
Oh.
And it says important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions you know are right for you. So that's kind of similar to the other reading that you got, I think.
Tower.
Okay. So you see all the butterflies again?
Tower there.
Yeah. See all the butterflies again for that transformation?
Yeah.
So many of us know the Tower card, like a lot of people see it as negative. It's not. It just is change and transformation. Because then the next thing I got was Knight of Earth. So it's trustworthy, dedicated, protective, and funny. And it's actually the seahorse, which is very cute. And it says, it's important to make a detailed plan before starting any new endeavor. Once you have that plan in place, then you can make immediate action and get as much accomplished as possible. So there's changes coming, and don't hesitate when you know what's right for you. And it's also saying make a plan. And then what's really interesting is the other two cards I got really follow through on that, because the affirmation card I get, it says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And what's really lovely about that is the last card I got for you is community, and those butterflies are there again. So it's really saying like there's changes coming. Yes, you need to make a plan, but you also have community that you can lean on and fall back on if you need that support. Ask for that help. So that is like the really clear message I'm getting from these cards for you. That helps.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to start, while you're doing the reading for Shining, I'm just going to get the cards for Tom.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, so the first card I have for you is Stepping Stones. Stepping Stones. Right? So it says, take the next step, simplify, and focus. So again, to, even what Kaylee was saying, like there's this movement. but there needs to be focused movement in what's coming next. And I've got the Moon's Whisper card. So here you go, the Moon's Whisper. And the Moon's Whisper says, listen to the quiet guidance within. The answers you seek are already with you, right? So really going inside and noticing what is coming forward, because the other card I got for you is Spaciousness. The Spaciousness card says, as the Sky Watcher, you expand beyond mental noise. Thoughts arise within awareness. They do not impose boundaries on it. There's always space around what may otherwise feel tight. So again, that idea that maybe there's, something that feels a little bit constrained, or something that feels a little tight in your experience, but know that that doesn't have to be a limiting thing, that you're able to kind of expand beyond that, because you already know where those stepping stones are going. And then the last card I got for you actually is the Abundance card. Right? And it says financial security and material gains. So there is that piece of maybe there is change happening, and you need to step lightly as you move through that, but know that you already have in you what you need to get through that. And on the other side, as Kaylee said, that community, that is also a piece of abundance, right? So you're going to have that as you navigate through. So hope that helps.
They were just saying, how do you make a plan if you don't know the changes? Trust. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And it is hard. As humans, it's hard.
Yeah. And it's not even about like making the plan. It is like, at least from the cards I have, it is very much like you just put one foot in front of the other. And then when the change happens, you continue to just put one foot in front of the other. Right. And trust that inner guidance to know which way you're supposed to plant those feet as you go.
And I'd almost take, like, especially the way those cards came out, like the plan is like having that support system ready for if you need it. It's like having, your emergency contact.
Yeah. We're not planning for a specific thing.
No.
We're just making sure that we set ourselves up so that, I say this with clients all the time, and I think it is so important. I don't have to trust anybody else if I trust myself.
Yeah.
Right? As long as I am in a place that I trust that I'm going to be able to navigate through it, I'm okay. Yeah. And that might mean that my navigating through it is I have a support system. I know that I have the ability to figure it out. I know that I'm going to be able to continue to keep moving, right? It's all of those things that can be the plan.
Exactly. Right. So we have Tom. So I got your cards, Tom. So while Jen's pulling for you, I will do your reading. So the first cards I got for you. So the first one that popped out was 6, which is the Lovers, which is flamingo. I know how they made a little heart shape with their necks. It's kind of cute. But it says, true and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring action and choices. And then the next card I got was Page of Fire. So it says energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. And it says creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. And I know you're building and doing a lot there, Tom. So it says personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. So looking at those two cards and looking at the Lovers cards, I know the Lovers can be relationship and stuff like that, but I was also really getting that last part where it says follow your heart with caring actions and choices. So all these creative things you're doing, all these things that you're doing, building your channel and all this other, and you're, I think, doing a lot of more outreach stuff that you're doing, community, group mediumship readings and stuff like that. Just basically any time that you're questioning, is this the right choice? Listen to that heart. Listen to that heart as far as, and that intuition as far as making those choices, because the next cards I got, which kind of build on that, it says obstacles are detours in the right direction. So you may not be the straight road. There may be a bunch of detours, but you're still going to get to that destination. And the other card I got that popped out was happiness is my birthright, which I think is a beautiful mantra. And then what's great is that I got 2 cards that popped out of the last deck And the two of them are illumination and inner peace. So both very watery cards, right? You have the fish and then that lake. I think it's a lake or a river anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But you have all this, again, it's kind of that what came up with the Lovers of look inwards. If you're having to make a decision, just have that inner illumination, look inward, trust that, and you're never going to go wrong. You're always going to get to your destination. It may just not be a straight path. But yeah, that's your message.
Awesome.
You're very welcome.
I'm going to read these in a different order than I've been doing, just because that's what it feels like I'm supposed to do this time. So I'm going to start with the Vastness card. The Vastness card says, as the infinite vessel, you are larger than any single chapter. No role, success, or failure defines the whole of who you are. You contain more than this moment. Now, I haven't gone through the bottom half of the cards because I haven't been told I need to, but I am being told to do it, so I'm going to. So Shadow Whisper with this card says, this situation defines me. So notice if you're kind of boxing yourself into a particular situation, and then ask yourself, like, am I shrinking myself to a role that I play or an experience that I've had? And if you are, know that you are vastness, that you expand, that is one piece of who you are. And then the aligned action is list 3 different roles that you hold, and then notice the awareness that is observing them all, so that you can take that step back and step into the energy of the vastness, of that openness that can have all the different experiences. Because I also got the cosmic flame for you. And the cosmic flame says, ignite your inner fire. Your passions are the spark to manifest your desires. And so you're meant to manifest those desires, but you got to step into that limitless place so that you don't feel like you don't deserve them or that you can't have them, because you are here for success. And the road is clear, right? So the road is clear. You know what to do, and you're meant to walk it your way, right? It says that on there, walk it your way. So in order to do that, in order to allow that flame to really ignite, right? Just notice where you might be making yourself small and go, no more, right? And then walk that path in the way that feels so alive within you, because that's going to bring that success. It says gradual success with thoughtful actions, right? So really lining yourself with what feels alive within you, and that's going to bring that forward. So hope that helps.
Did you want to take 2 seconds and talk about the deck that you were using there? I know you haven't fully talked about it, but
I could. This is a brand new deck.
Yeah, breaking news, guys.
As in brand new. Say it again.
We've only been getting sneak peeks of it.
Only been getting sneak peeks of it. So this is actually my proof deck.
Yeah.
So I have the rest of them coming in. They've been printed, so they're on their way with all the finalized cards and stuff like that. But it is the Archetypes of Becoming. And the deck it says a psychological flexibility deck. So it's based in acceptance and commitment therapy. And the cards are broken down into 6 pillars. So let me see if I can, I'll just pull one of each so you guys.
But if you guys didn't notice who the author of the deck is.
Yeah. I'm so like, be with me.
And Tom said, I like the idea of vastness, limitless. Thanks so much.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just pulled one random card from each of the pillars. So you can see they're
so pretty.
And the way that it works is we've got all of the, like I said, they're the pillars of act. Yeah. So there's present moment awareness. Can I be present in this moment and notice what's happening? Experiential acceptance. What do I need to allow myself to feel? The kind of more intense feeling, so I can get that message. Cognitive diffusion, which allows me to step into, I should probably be telling you. So the way I did the deck is I broke it down. So each one of the pillars also has an archetypal energy to it.
Ooh, okay.
Right. So if we look at present moment awareness, it's the grounded mystic. Committed action is the sacred builder. Cognitive diffusion is the sky watcher. We've got values, which is the inner compass. Allowing, which is the alchemist of feeling.
Ooh,
and depth, which I had as the infinite vessel, but I actually turned it to the infinite witness because I think that that is a little bit more aligned with the energy of the card. And so each card has like an oracle message.
Okay.
So you've got quality, and then you've got the oracle message, and then it also has a shadow whisper, a self-check, and an aligned action. So it's a way to work with the energy where it goes, I get to check in with myself. Like, is this something that I tell myself? And if it is, like, how can I check myself throughout the day to see if that's coming up for me? And then the aligned action is a way to work with that energy so that I can shift into, right? So for depth, because that's when we were looking at, right? This reaction is the whole truth, right? So getting very caught up in just the surface of what's happening. Right. So the self-check is what lies beneath this immediate response, right? And then the aligned action is pause and ask, you know, what is underneath that? At least 3 times. So similar to the 5 whys idea, right? I just happened, that's the card I pulled out.
Yeah.
So what is underneath that? At least 3 times before responding. So really doing that.
Well, we'll have to have you back on when the deck officially releases.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, because I think it sounds like everybody in the chat is like super interested. So.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish I could see it, but I'll check out the comments after. I don't get to see any of your comments, guys. I don't know why that's happening.
But Myra's saying no guidebook needed.
There is going to be a small little guidebook with it, but it's more just to explain the cards, kind of like I did go through
choose your own journey. Doing a choose your own journey.
It is. There is a lot of that kind of idea. Yeah. So I give some ideas on how to use the cards and particular pillars that you can pull from for specific things. But it really can be a choose your own journey. And as you saw, like I could just pull a card with all of them shuffled together, and it does give a good message.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. And
it has been a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So for those who are interested, who maybe are doing the rewatch, if you're interested in either Jen or myself, we both do readings and such. You can find our information. I'm pretty sure I linked yours down below. If not, I will post it. But you can see my website here. So I offer both readings, energy healings, and I'm also teaching some classes. So if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff, you can go to my website. The next show coming up is in 2 weeks on the 11th of May. We'll be doing our Galactic Roundtable. So Jen will be back for that, along with Tanis and Diane G. And we'll be talking about galactics. So bring your questions. And with that, I hope you all have a lovely evening. All have a lovely week. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.